Hi everyone, well, I'm back in this wonderful, comfortable chair, and that's why I'm here, for that reason. This is a very comfortable chair. Okay, hope you'll stay with me during the course of the video. Glad to be back with you. And again, we're going to be getting into the by request videos here. And I have a lady here, and this one here is for Sarah. And she would like me to do a video on programming, letting go of the old to make way for the new. Interesting title. Do I need to add in twin flames onto this to get your attention? Does that work for you? Seems like if you attach twin flames to it nowadays, you could sell refrigerators and cabbage, and somebody would come and listen to it. However, okay, one of the things that I have been noticing lately, especially in the spiritual community, also in the twin flame community, is constantly I'm hearing people say this, well, I'm working on this program, I'm working on my karma, I'm working through emotional issues, I'm working through an intense and Kundalini experience, I'm working through a lot of physical difficulties, I'm working through relationship problems. No wonder you're also friggin' tired. Stop working. Why are you working so hard? I don't get it. I really believe that a lot of people in the spiritual community are not having a lot of fun. And I have a motto. If it's not fun, I don't do it. And what I have done is I have created all of my spiritual practices, and all of the things that I do are fun. When I'm counseling people, I'm having fun. When I'm going into the channeling state and higher self is doing a reading for a person, I'm having fun. When I go to meditate, I'm having fun when I meditate. I'm not there to work. Work is for slaves. I'm here to have fun. I tried the work routine some years ago, and some people are all for that. I'm not. If I'm not having fun, I'm not doing it. And the bonus is, if I am getting paid and I'm having fun, well, now that's even more fun. Now that's what I call fun. Some people have to go on a 2-week vacation to Barbados or someplace in the South Seas or whatever, and that can be a chaos. You know, you got to get all the paperwork, you got to pack the suitcase, you got to go through the airport, and they got to go through the security. You have to get on a plane with a bunch of 300 other sweaty, smelly bodies, and people talking on those stupid things. And then you go to the hotel where you're going to get there, you know, and find out you got bed bugs and the food sucks and it's too hot to lie on the beach. And then you find out there's a tornado coming and you can't get back to Canada or US or wherever you want to go. And that's supposed to be fun. So unlike a lot of you, I stay home all the time. I really don't go anywhere. And I'm having more fun than you can shake a stick at. All right, I don't have so much fun. I'm having a hard time steering it lately. The idea, and I want to kind of refresh everybody's memory, all right, just for a moment here. back some time ago, I did a video called The Event. And in that video, I went somewhere along this line. And I said, do you remember when you had your heart center activation? Do you remember the sensation, the feeling, the fear, the anxiety? And the first thing that you notice is you had no control over this heart center chakra. It didn't turn off when you wanted it. It didn't do what you told it. And the harder you worked at figuring out what was going on, the less you knew. And the more you sought out information, the more confused you got. And then you noticed your whole life started to go to shit. And you had no control over it. It still wouldn't do what you wanted. And your whole body was full of energy and light. You had no clue what was going on. None whatsoever. And you were not having fun. Why were you not having fun? Because you couldn't control it. It didn't do what you wanted to do. And your ego couldn't handle it. That something or someone else or some power or some source or something was taking over your life and you had no control over it at all. And you were not having fun. What happened at that particular point is while you were not having fun and this event was taking place, is all of the old programming. Are you with me on this one? From time immemorial, recorded in your timelines, your soul energy, your energetic templates, your sheath bodies, your chakra systems, and all of those other things you don't know diddly squat about were being modified, changed, balanced, corrected. And from your emotional and mental body, and from your etheric body, a whole lot of things were being broken up, dissolved, canceled, eliminated. And in many cases, you found yourself having all kinds of physical symptoms also. Lumps and bumps and aches and pains and belly aches and tummy ache and bathroom problems. And you were not having fun. And what's going on? Nobody told you anything. So my impression I'm trying to make to you here is would it come to your awareness that during this time when you didn't know what was going on, you were not in control and your ego was having a shit fit because it couldn't figure out what was going on and it bothered the hell out of you, because your ego is very important, all right? It likes to be in control. It likes to know what's going on. And it definitely, your ego, does not like to have fun. It doesn't. Your ego is all about control. So while all of that stuff is being eliminated from you, and it happened over a few weeks or a few months or a couple of years or whatever, so all of that stuff is gone, and basically that marvelous event created a vacuum within you, a space where all of that programming that a lot of you are still trying to get rid of, sorry about that, I banged the table with my knee, all that programming that is now gone from all of the important parts of you, now all of a sudden you want to replay it and dig it up and start using it again in that perspective. What I'm trying to say here is this, is at this point, the awakening that took place some years ago, and some of you are just starting now, you're beginning, it didn't all to happen to everybody at the same time, all right? And everyone comes from a different race or a different culture, so therefore the programming is different, all right? So a lot of the work, let's say 75 to 80% of the work has already been done. It's all cleared out, gone. No such thing as karma, never was. If there was any, it's long since gone because it's been eliminated from you, all right? So why are some of you still working at things that no longer exist? Here's the thing. All of the programs you still have memory of, okay? You remember the programming. The programming is not active. You just remember the programming. And periodically what's happening with a lot of people in the spiritual community, they're remembering the old programming. All right? So you need to remind yourself, everyone, that a lot of stuff that's coming up now for a great many of you. Let me give you an example. And this is not one size fits all here, okay? I'm giving you, and there's variables to either side of this. If you have, let's say, started your Heart Center Awakening 5 or 6 years ago, then what happens is you're probably at the state now where you're coming into your consciousness awareness of programming that you used to have, and it's coming up. And it may even be showing up in your dream state where you're having dreams coming up and it's coming out and it's showing up in your dream state or other areas of your life as issues or patterns, and you're expressing them yet again. The reason that they're being expressed is because you have the memory of them, and what happens is you fall into the mindset of the spiritual community that if something comes up, you have to work at it. You have to go to a workshop, or you have to go to a retreat, all right? Or you need to see a healer, or you need to see a counselor, or you need to see a doctor, or you need to see a psychiatrist, or you need to see someone who can help you. And in reality, what's happening is a lot of us are falling into a spiritual trap where a lot of this old programming that we're remembering is being reactivated by us because we're naive and ignorant of the fact, and I don't mean we're ignorant, I mean we're ignorant of the fact that the programming is all gone. And if that is the case, then the next part that I'm going to say is going to be very enlightening for you. Some of you have started to discover and catch on to the idea that before you had no control, you didn't participate, and the ego was as frustrated as hell because it was losing the house that it lived in. So what's happening now is many of you are starting to realize that you now can participate in becoming a co-creator. And to become a co-creator, you now are being invited. Invited is the word here. You don't have to. Nobody's going to push you. And nobody from the ethers is going to come and say, you have to do this. You're being invited now to participate. Now to participate in creating a new you by guess what? By you doing your own programming. Yes, you. And somebody's going to say, what the hell are you talking about? So many people on this planet have been conditioned, programmed by their family, by their peers, by their educational system, by their religious indoctrination, by their culture, by their race, to behaviors and belief systems that are totally illogical for a species that is evolving to a higher state of consciousness as we are at the moment. Are you with me here? You should get excited about this. So when you have the aspect of some old memories coming up of your non-existent programming, remind yourself this is just a memory that's coming up. I now am in the position where I can do something very creative, and I can use the source creative energy in this magnificent gift that has been given to me to do my own programming instead of everybody else programming me. Holy shit. Hallelujah. We've got a happening going on. I just saw about 1,000 lights go on in some people. So what you do is this. Pay attention. This is going to be deep. You might want to get your swimsuit out. Go into the heart center, that thing in the middle of your chest. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. And say to yourself this. I am now free to be me. Say it again. I am now free to be me. Don't say it in your head. Say it in here. I am now free to be me. When you do, you'll get a response. You'll get a feeling. You'll like the feeling. Say it again. I am now free to be me. Emphasis on the me. Say it again. I am now free to be me. Emphasis on the me. Now you're in frequency. Now you're in source creator mode. Not unconditional love mode. Source creator mode. Now that you are free to be you, create. See you as you want to be. Healthy, vibrant, smiling, having fun, going through your day in a positive, constructive way. See your body responding, becoming as you want it to be, not as it is. Program you. Choose anything you feel free that makes you comfortable at this moment or will make you more comfortable, and see it in here. See it. You are now free to be you. Say it again. I am now free to be me. How much more simple can that be? There's no complicated meditation here. You don't have to go to a workshop. I'm giving it to you for free. If you want to make a donation sometime down the road, or you want to make one anytime, feel free. At one point in time, I was going to do this and put it up on webinars, charge a fee. I didn't feel right about doing that. I like my way better. All right? I like my way better. So you've got a problem. You've got an issue. Take it in here. And free to be me. Use that affirmation prior to anything that you want to create. It will strike a resonant frequency in the heart center that will connect you directly to your source creator self. And then, using the imaginative faculty, picture and see what you want to see and feel, and then bring it into reality. Bring it into your being, bring it into your focus, enliven it, create it, breathe life into it from the source creator center. This then is fun, my friends. This then is who you really are. This then is from where you can create a new self-image. This then is where you can create a positive attitude. This then is where you can rise above the frequency of abuse, manipulation, control in any form. And when you create this vibration, you are free to be me. And when you say, I will be free to be me, then create from the vibration just as I have given it to you. Repeat it for a period of about 2 weeks. It takes that much time for it to sink into the chakra system, but most importantly, to sink into the cellular and molecular aspects of your physical body. So it vibrates at those levels. And when you say free to be me, don't you love how that makes you feel? It just makes me snap, crackle, and pop. That's what it makes me feel. When I say it, I can feel myself lighting up like a friggin' Christmas tree. And I'm ready to rumble, and I want to have fun, and I want to do more things for you, and see that you have more fun, and then you can teach other people how to have more fun. And then all this work shit that's going on in the spiritual community can come to a halt, and everybody can have fun helping everybody else have fun. And this is what it's all about, I think. What do you think? And I'll leave you there on that note. Have a great day, my friends. I love you all. I truly do. Catch you all later.